Are you ready for an unforgettable journey through Black history? This March, I'm inviting you to join me on an exclusive tour of Tulsa's historic GreenWood district, better known as Black Wall Street. You'll walk in the footsteps of history with living descendants of the Black Wall Street Massacre, explore the new Black Wall Street Museum that opened in 2021, and visit iconic historic sites. Plus, you'll get to dine at Black-owned Southern restaurants and experience the vibrant culture of this incredible community. Don't miss this powerful opportunity to honor our ancestors and celebrate Black excellence. Spots are limited, so email me today at mike@nativebblackancestry.com to reserve your place. Let's make history together.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait.
The deportation has started.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait. Let me tell you something. 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 Wait. Let me tell you something. 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 Wait.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. The mayor of New York, Eric Adams, has already implemented the deportation of immigrants in New York. That includes Africans, that includes Mexicans, Latinos, Asians. So they have already cut off the funding to feed immigrant children, babies. They've already cut that off. He's already implemented that. And there was a conversation that he's already spoken to President-elect Donald Trump. So he is working on this as we speak. But the deportation has already kicked in. And again, this is not just for Mexicans. This is for Africans. This is for Asians. This is for Latinos. If you are in the United States, your ass is getting up out of here. New York, they're starting with you all.
Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativebblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. My name is Paul and I don't fuck with y'all. Guys, them Latinos, and it's not all the Latinos. I've personally had positive relations with Latinos. Damn, I'm not sure if I misspoke. I'm not sure if I should say relationships or relations. Relations denotes sexual encounters. Being a California native, there have been many with them little Latino girls. But hold on, wait a minute. I mean to say, I've had positive experiences, positive encounters with the Latin community, but I know that that is not always the native Black American experience. We know that there's a segment of them white passing conquistador ass descendant of Cristobal Colombo, colonial mindset, face ass Latinos who really don't rock with Black Americans. They really don't show up to advocate for us. They really just grift and siphon off of our community. They be running around saying nigga this, nigga that, trying to rap like us, but not pay us any homage. I mean, there's some Latinos that don't fuck with us, and there's some that rock with us heavy. So this is only for those. Matter of fact, if you get offended by this and you're a Latino, then this is for you. Let's just say that. If you get your panties in a bunch, then this is for you, okay? Otherwise, just keep it pushing. But guys, these Latinos are trying to convince us that mass deportation is somehow a Native Black American issue, that this is a problem that somehow affects us and our descendants and members of our tribe and our clan. No, 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 no. We're Aboriginal, we're Indigenous, we're foundational. We cannot be deported. We can do the most heinous of crimes and never risk deportation. Meanwhile, y'all get pulled over for driving with expired registration, and now you going back to Venezuela. Funny how that works, don't it? But guys, we've got the Latinos trying to do woe is me. Oh, guys, oh, papi, no, no. My Negro brothers, papi, no, care for us. Where was y'all at when our unarmed children were getting gunned down in the street? Y'all just like the Palestinians. Palestinians don't really fuck with black folks. But when you want us to try to care about your problem, now you're trying to hijack our rallies and make everything a Palestine protest, right? Ukrainians, racist as hell. Ukrainians do not fuck with black folks. I grew up with Russians and Ukrainians. I know. They do not fuck with black folks. But we supposed to care because Russia wants their territory back? Okay. All right. Guys, let's see if they can successfully convince us Native Black Americans that mass deportation is something that we should care at all about.
My fear is that I'll get deported to a country that I don't know.
Camila Ruilova Bustamante. She came across the border as a 7-month-old baby with her mother and grandmother. 23 years later, she's still not been able to get the paperwork she needs to be legal.
Threat of deportation is imminent.
How frightened are you? What's your fear?
Having been here since I was 7 months old, my biggest fear, I think, would be that my family is torn apart.
We tell her story to voters, Trump voters, just an hour outside of DC to see if there was any empathy for Camilla. And there was some, but not much.
There's going to be sad stories.
She might be among them.
She might be among them. I don't know how it's all going to plan out. I would love to see, like, she came at 7 months old. It's not her fault she was here illegally.
All right, how y'all doing? My name's Major Wright. I just got done with my consultation with Mike. If you trying to trace your ancestry, Mike is a good first step to go through. He's going to break it down to you, all 3 steps to get you what you need. And if you want somebody to maybe do the research for you, you pay that price and Mike can help you too. But yes, he will fill you up with knowledge that you never knew and give you all the things like those unanswered questions in your head throughout time. Talk to Mike, man. He's a great dude. I believe in Mike.
Her mum is with her, by the way, and is also still undocumented.
Well, her mom should go home at least, at the very least.
Others had less empathy.
Yeah, she said at very least her mama need to take her ass back across. Hey, Karen, I fucks with you, Karen. There is an intersection of commonality with the Black American community and the Karens, okay? They mamas can take their ass back home. Hold on, y'all. I gotta run that back. I gotta run that. She said that so cavalier. She was like, oh, wait, she's here legally? Birthright, citizenship? She's been here since 7 months? Okay, she can stay. But send her mother home.
It's not her fault she was here illegally,
Her mum is with her, by the way, and is also still undocumented.
Well, her mom should go home at least, at the very least.
Others had less empathy.
Send her home. Let her figure out how to get legal. We just got to get control over the border and know who's coming in here.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Was one of the reasons because of immigration?
Yes. My family did it the right way. So why not go down the path of actually becoming official?
Mi nombre es Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. My name is
AOC, as she's known, is leading the charge, urging Joe Biden to give temporary protected status to 300,000 undocumented Ecuadorians, many of whom live in her district in New York.
We agree. Being undocumented is a problem. But our solution, instead of turning the military on our own people, is to document them.
Shut your ass. No. Being undocumented is a problem. It's not our problem. And the solution is not to give these motherfuckers papers. It's not to forego background checks and the proper immigration process to just, we feel bad for them, so let's give them. Hell no. Everybody wants to be an American. You earn this shit. You shouldn't have this gift. Matter of fact, yo, I'm going to age myself right now. I'm going to age myself. I grew up, and my favorite sci-fi movie growing up was Starship Troopers. We need to treat these motherfucking migrants like as Starship Troopers. Y'all remember that sci-fi movie Starship Troopers when there's an invasion of bugs and they fighting the buds and the arachnids and shits, right? In Starship Troopers, it was like a dystopian reality low-key, and it was a one-world government, and there was conscription. It was conscripted service. And if you wanted to be a citizen, if you wanted the right to vote, if you wanted the right to have children, if you wanted any privileges of being a citizen, you had to go for the fucking intellectual intergalactic army, whatever the fuck it was called. Okay, the Federation. I think it was called the Federation. You had to fight for the Federation. You had to put in a term with the Federation. They do very similar things to this day in other countries. Israel, I believe every single Israeli citizen, whether a man or a woman, has to do military service, has to do a term. There's other countries in Africa, other countries in Asia, where you have to do a certain term of service. If these migrants want to get over here so bad and they want to forego the legal process, the answer is not just to give them papers, it's to make them go fight for that shit. U.S. is always involved in a major armed conflict somewhere. Send their asses to the Middle East. Send them to Africa. We got AFRICOM and special forces all through Africa securing cobalt mines and shit. Send them over there to earn their living. We ain't giving no handouts.
To document the undocumented.
Not so simple. The Immigration Office told us it has nearly 7.8 million immigration cases currently on its books, while other estimates put the total number of undocumented migrants at over 13 million people, a number that's risen sharply under President Biden. And officials told us there are more than 600,000 migrants with either criminal convictions or pending criminal charges.
I am seeing people on here saying that we need to boycott the Mexican restaurants and the taco stands and the fruit trucks. Hold on now. Too much dip on your chip. As an Angelino, it's a way of life for us to patronize these places. But I say, why don't we just celebrate it while we have it, because we might not have it that much longer. That is all. You have 30 minutes. Literally.
This sucks so bad, and I just feel like we really failed our country, and I was like gonna... Wait, okay, maybe not you. Sorry. Did y'all hear about that Latino Trump supporter that just got deported the other day? I mean, Trump just announced the win and people are already getting deported. That's crazy. I just don't know what we're gonna do. My husband's not gonna get that Christmas bonus no more now that the company has to make up for these tariffs, and we're just really bummed out this year. Hey girl, how are you doing? Are you okay? I just want you to know that I see you, I feel you, I hear you.
Come on, shout out to BJ Martin. BJ says, these people think they can just break immigration laws. The entitlement is unbelievable. They always pull on Americans' heartstrings. Americans fall for the okie doke every time. Facts, BJ. Whenever a Black American even speaks about reparations, they act like Black folks are just begging for a handout. Meanwhile, we got immigrants who walk through South America, bring nothing. They're a complete liability, not an asset at all to us. And they think that they can just get entitled to citizenship in the greatest nation on planet Earth. Everybody on planet Earth who does not live in America wishes they lived in America, maybe except for them crown princes in Dubai and shit over there shitting on OnlyFans models. But everybody else wishes they were an American. And we should just give that freely? No, 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 no. You better work for it.
And then I'm here to support you if you need anything. I just wanted you to know that I didn't vote for Trump. Look, I have a blue bracelet. Can I have a hug, please? Oh. Hi, this is a women's organization looking for protesters to come march with us this Saturday. Hey fam, can I hold a 20? The economy's so bad right now, I don't know what to do anymore.
What will happen if ICE approaches you? What should you do? Here's what you need to know. First of all, figure out, are you free to leave? Walk away. Are you free to leave? If you're...
Oh, bless her heart. She know not what she do. Bless her heart. Our black women can be so empathetic. This is to trying to give them some game, give them some legal advice on how to deal with ICE. Ma'am, what are you talking about? If ICE rolls up on an undocumented immigrant, you want them to act like an entitled U.S. citizen and ask them if they're free to go? Am I being detained? They don't have that fucking privilege. That's for us citizens. We have a constitution that protects us. Ain't no illegal undocumented immigrant gonna have the ICE brigade pull up on them and they go, hey, am I free to go, cabron? Am I free? Am I detained, papa? Am I detained, papa? What? Girl, you gonna get them immigrants messed up, walking around acting like they citizens.
And if ICE approaches you, what should you do? Here's what you need to know. First of all, figure out, are you free to leave? Walk away. Are you free to leave? If you're free to leave, and you'll know.
You ain't free to be in this country at all. What you mean free to leave? You ain't supposed to be here. How'd you get across the border?
Based on certain action that they're present and how aggressive they seem. If they say you're free to leave, then you could say, I don't wish to answer any questions. I'm going to walk away now. You could say that. You can also not run. Do not ever run away from a law enforcement official. ICE is law enforcement. They have guns, okay? Do not run away from any of them. If they say, no, you're not free to leave, well, then you should know that they have targeted you for a reason, because they know about you and they know that you are you, and they're going to bring you in for fingerprinting or maybe detention. So if they want to detain you at that point, you have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions there on the street. You have a right to remain silent, and you could ask for an attorney when you go down to their field office. And then that attorney can help you sort through various next steps. Don't ever run away.
Yeah, great point, BJ. I remember the Brittany Reiner chick, the black WNBA. I don't know what she identifies as these days. Shit, Brittany Reiner, him, her, they, it, they. I don't fucking know. But remember, she had a little bit of weed in Russia, and they had her in a Russian prison for damn near a year or something, right? Meanwhile, these illegals get to come to our country, rape little girls, commit heinous acts, and what? The worst thing that happens is maybe they get deported. Maybe
away from them.
All right, what's up, my social family? My name is Dominique Moore. I am the founder of House of Literature. So I want to address the lack of diversity in the southern part of Florida. I am a Miami-Dade native. I've been here for nearly 22 years of my life. I've navigated throughout the entire southernmost part of Florida. Just to give some context. So growing up, there was a high population of Black American people. I remember cookouts. I remember different things that, events that were important to our culture. Here I stand at nearly 22 years old, and it seems like I do not see any Black American people anymore. Almost, it seems like we're being washed out. And in the part of Southern Florida that I'm in, there's supposed to be, in the parts that I frequent, there's supposed to be an influx and a constant level or population of Black American people, and there aren't. There's been 2 instances where I've gone to an establishment and the entire staff has been made up of Spanish-speaking Hispanic people. Now, my disdain is not for Hispanic people, because I absolutely see myself dating mixed race people. I don't have no disdain for Hispanic people. My disdain comes from the lack of diversity. Where the fuck are we?
Okay, you know what? I just wanted to just put this out there. This is my experience with Michael, getting my genealogy for my family, and it's been a great experience. Just learning from where my bloodline could be right here on American soil, just understanding the roots here, right here in America, could have so much in common with my bloodline. It's astounding. I mean, I have, my eyes have been open. Even if you're a person that don't do a lot of research on your genealogy, on your background, on your bloodline, being a so-called African American, this is a great start. If you need any type of information, if you just want to know a little bit about your history, where you come from, anything, this is a great start because just being a person of color and having stories flipped on you, not knowing exactly who to reach to, or not knowing exactly what foundation to go through. This is the perfect start right here, just knowing that there's somebody that got your back, somebody that's willing to take those steps to get you to know not the fable, not the fiction, but the honest to God truth. So I definitely encourage all my peers, all my peoples out there to get involved and to find out exactly where you come from. This is a great start. So I encourage all my peoples to, look into your genealogy and start with Michael. Michael's a great person, and he's going to definitely lead you the right way.
Where's the diversity? Where? And this is important to address because it's like, we all know about slavery. We all know, like, all of these things. It's like, when are black people going to get a break? And more so, it's like, how are we as black people who were enslaved and who was taken over to the U.S. Without consent? How are we one?
Hold on, honey boo boo child. A extreme niche minority percentage of us descend from the 4% of African slaves that were trafficked to the 13 colonies. Most of us have Aboriginal heritage, but forgive them, Lord. They know not what they don't know.
Once again, being washed out by a group of people who are not native to the U.S. and whose population numbers have overgrown the native people of the U.S. That is where the disdain is coming from. And when you listen to this, of course, take it with a grain of salt. But that's just my whole commentary on the whole situation. I've heard Madison Hinton address it and y'all ate her up for it. I've heard other TikTok users address it and y'all always seem to eat people up for it. But to quote that girl, I can't remember. I'm gonna say it because I'm not too.
Guys, before she say what she gonna say, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say because I ain't scared to say a damn thing. I do not care about the plight of Ukrainians. And matter of fact, I want this to really, really weigh with heavy emphasis. So let me dramatic effect myself, okay? I do not give a damn about the plight of Ukrainians. I do not give a damn about the plight of Palestinians. I do not give a damn about the plight of the Jewish community. I do not give a damn about the plight of the LGBTQ plus squared hyphenated community. And I do not care about the plight of the Latin community, nor Haitian community, nor any other form of illegal migrant coming to my ancestral homeland. I don't have hatred for these people. I don't have malice for these people, nor ill will, nor any prejudice. I just don't care because I only care about my own, just like every other culture, class, race, and demographic. No one else is expected to care unconditionally for foreigners, but y'all want to try to force that on Native Black Americans.
It said, and I'm not gonna get no whooping. Where are the black people in southern part of U.S. and more so, where are the black people in the entire U.S.? Like, where are we? Again, my name is Dominique Moore. I am the founder of House of Literature, and I will see you soon.
This woman just went ham on the mayor of Chicago, y'all, and I felt it in my spirit.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm sure everybody knows about a movie, Scarface, right? It's a classic, Al Pacino, right? Everybody knows about that movie. And we focus on the famous lines in that movie. The acting and the hello to my little friend and all that. But it's the beginning of that movie that matters. When those words are coming up on that screen, That's what matters. And those words say, in May 1980, Fidel Castro opened the harbor at Muriel, Cuba, with the apparent intention of letting some of his people join their relatives in the United States. Within 72 hours, 3,000 U.S. boats were headed for Cuba. It soon became evident that Castro was forcing the boat owners to carry back with them not only their relatives, but the dregs of his jails. Of that 125,000 refugees that landed in Florida, an estimated 25,000 had criminal records. That's what's up. That's what has happened in the United States, right?
Hey, let Auntie cook. She cooking. That's a great Scarface analogy, because if you guys remember, that movie had some proper historical context. At that point in time, there really was the adage of the banana boat. And I think it was maybe Fidel Castro or someone from Cuba was shipping all the prisoners. They were emptying all the prisoners and sending them in boats to America. And one of those prisoners was Tony Montana. And what did Tony Montana do? He came over here like most immigrants did, and he was a little Uber driver, and he worked at a little bodega stand, and he was an Uber Eats delivery driver, did DoorDash, and then as soon as he found his way into organized crime, he becomes a fucking cocaine. Are you ready for an unforgettable journey through Black history? This March, I'm inviting you to join me on an exclusive tour of Tulsa's historic GreenWood district, better known as Black Wall Street. You'll walk in the footsteps of history with living descendants of the Black Wall Street Massacre, explore the new Black Wall Street Museum that opened in 2021, and visit iconic historic sites. Plus, you'll get to dine at Black-owned Southern restaurants and experience the vibrant culture of this incredible community. Don't miss this powerful opportunity to honor our ancestors and celebrate Black excellence. Spots are limited, so email me today at mike@nativeblack.ancestry.com to reserve your place. Let's make history together. Kingpin bringing in tons and tons of drugs. And although that's a fictional movie, this is the type of shit that goes on all the time. Truth is far stranger than fiction.
Now, all this asylum-seeking lie, all this about refugees, no. What's happening is they're emptying out the dregs of their jails into the United States, into our communities. They're junking up our country. And yeah, we feel some kind of way about it because it's our country. That's right. It's our country. People like Vasquez and them, look how disrespectful they are. Now you just gave that man a resolution for his father's restaurant. And every time we get up and talk, he's working this room. Look at him. Look at him. But he wants his resolution for his father to be respected.
And let me give you some historical context. This is the kind of information you can find on nativeblack.ancestry.com. We have always been the native inhabitants of the Americas. In North America specifically, we descend from the Mississippian mound builders or the southeastern woodland people. More modern day times, we would call these different tribal names such as Seminole, Cherokee, Choctaw, Creek, Yamasee, Nottoway, Nantucket, Wampanoag, the list goes on and on and on. But collectively, we are the original people of these lands, and from time immemorial, this has been ours. We've lived in peace, harmony, equilibrium with our environment. Then what happens? Well, around 1492, some Europeans start coming over here. They've got some North African snitches called Moors who want to teach them how to get to the Americas, this holy land that they do some trade with here and there, right? And the Europeans come over, and the Spaniards mostly set up in Central and South America, but what are they looking for? El Dorado, the city of gold. They hear stories about the fountain of youth and all this gold in abundance. And when they visit these Black indigenous tribes, these people are so happy and so accepting, and they give them gifts and solid gold. And these Europeans say, hold up, we living over there in filth and squalor, and y'all over here living like royalty with land in abundance? Y'all are peaceful people who don't really know nothing about the concept of lying and deception. So what we're going to do is we're going to befriend some of you guys, and we're going to make some deals with some of you guys. But the whole time that we're here, we're going to steal your gold and send it back to Spain. And that was what we call the discovery of the New World. Again, Christopher Columbus was never his name. He's a Spaniard. His true name was Cristobal Colon. They call him Christopher Columbus because that's his angelicized name, i.e. his white name, his British sounding name, right? But no, his real God-giving name was Cristobal Colon, and that was how they first came over here to the New World. And when the British folks start coming later and form the 13 colonies, they're fleeing oppression in Europe, and they want to turn this into their new land. So what do? They make agreements with us. They renege on those agreements. They forsake their promises. They are Indian givers. They are treaty breakers. And they don't start doing this crazy slick shit until hundreds of years, after generations, after they've got so many immigrants over here that they can take over our shit. As soon as they got enough immigrants over here, those 13 little colonies began to expand into these states and territories. And now we're getting pushed through the Trail of Tears to Oklahoma. And when you grow up thinking that you're an African American and you hear about the Trail of Tears, you may not realize your ancestors most likely walked that trail, because most of us are descendants of Native Black Americans that were misplaced, sent to Oklahoma, and that's where we end up forming places like Black Wall Street. But that's for another live stream. All of that is to say, from day one, their policy has been false promises on some slick shit, get all they immigrant buddies over here, and then as soon as their numbers are up, they can cause havoc. And now they're doing the same thing, but this time it's a little bit different because these immigrants have melanin. These immigrants have some color to their skin. Some of these immigrants try to talk like us and pass for Black, and although they're Haitian or Venezuelan or from the Congo or from Nigeria, some of them can really cosplay and wreak havoc within the Native Black American community. And that is exactly what we're faced with right now. So when you hear Black Americans speaking against immigration, speaking against these Africans online doing this diaspora war bullshit, is not just some petty social media content. This is real. This is oh so real. And if any of you doubt how real it is, then check out my channel. I think just last week I did a live stream about these Africans cosplaying. These Africans are cosplaying in such a salacious degree that some of them are making YouTube videos teaching their fellow African how to talk like us.
Specific video, I'm actually going to teach you how to speak hood. This is part 2. The first phrase is, what it do. What it do. That's how you would say it. The emotion of anger. I'm going to give you a couple of phrases that conveys the emotion of anger. Sweet. That's all you is, boy. You sweet. You sweet, boy. What's good? Now in hood, the pronunciation would be, what's good? But then if I say, bro, you tripping, dog? My tone and my voice completely brings out a different kind of meaning for this specific phrase. Now you was tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. Yeah. Yeah, boy.
I pay for therapy because my customer music keep on dragging me. I pay for tips, they scatter me. I cannot barely sleep, but even I cannot hold on without you inside of me.
So they removed the D and the E from the word slide, and they made it slide through.
Guys, I've got to ask you, why would an African publish content teaching its fellow African how to speak like us in our native accents? And honestly, we don't even sound like that. That's so old. That's so outdated, vernacular and shit. I mean, we ain't even gonna touch on the inaccuracies there. But why would they teach one another how to cosplay to such a degree if they didn't have malicious intent? You don't understand. If you're new to the platform, like and subscribe and all that jazz. But I am the modern day Paul Revere. But instead of the British are coming, the Africans are coming. And I'm sorry, guys. I know this live stream is about how the Latinos are trying to convince us to care about mass deportation, but the Africans are involved in that as well, because the Africans are one of the second largest group of migrants behind the Asians and Latinos. So many Africans are sneaking through the U.S.-Mexican border at alarming rates.
Migrant encounters, they topped Bill 190,000
And there's
people
there's a
in
selfie
December.
on another selfie. You see the wall in the distance, right?
Yeah.
So at some point they came through, whether there was a hole there or a gap in the wall, who knows?
Guys, this is my mission. This is my life's work. I'm just trying to spread the gospel. In this case, the gospel is our Aboriginal ancestry. Go ahead, book a consultation. Great segue there.
So for anybody who is on the fence about having Mike help you or walk you through or educating you about genealogy and the genocide that has happened with the paper trail, I implore you to reach out, allow him to educate you and assist you in this process. I have learned so much in this consultation. I feel educated, empowered, and excited for learning about my history, and looking forward to the future. So if you're on the fence, please go ahead, hit up Mike. I promise you will not be disappointed.
But not only am I spreading the gospel, but on the other hand, I'm spreading dire warnings. The Africans are coming. The Africans are coming.
More than 200 African migrants have scaled the border fence into the Spanish enclave of Melilla. It's the biggest assault on the border in more than 8 years. The new arrivals, many from Cameroon and Guinea, headed towards the Migrant Reception Centre, celebrating touching European soil. The latest incursion at Melilla brings the number of migrants who've successfully scaled the fence to almost 600 so far this year.
Yeah, maybe some of us need to rewatch the Jordan Peele's Us. Remember? All African cast, right? All the lead actors were coincidentally African, but the story was how a group of people from underground were trying to take over the people above ground. I mean, guys, just read between the lines a little bit. And again, we're going to segue off the Africans a little bit. We're going to segue and make sure you understand this isn't about the Africans. This is about all the immigrants here illegally. Not just here illegally, but God damn it, they all want to cosplay and grift off of our culture, right?
Don't say that, don't say that. I'm an Asian, but I got the shot. I got a beam on the clock. If you talking on the neck, you get shot.
Balenci shoes, Jimmy choose, Chanel slides, Louis boots, I can choose. Fuck it, give me everything, everything.
Yeah, but this live stream is about the Latinos, so we can talk about how the Latinos cosplay our culture too, right?
Slide down your block, light it up with flames. Hopping on the block while the leg doing jumper jay. Smoking on the wood, yellow timber like it's lumberjack. Suppress on the Mac 10, sounding like it's bubble wrap. Tippy in the shower, I'ma give his ass a bubble bath. Choppers and choppers, the bitch, I got a whole lot of that. With the steel, I'ma kill ya, I got him falling back. Got me feeling like a baby that's finished, so with my body let. I'm just rhyming words, I don't even know.
Players, low payers, all them want their people to be respected, but they can't even give us the dignity for what we built for them. Ain't no question about it. Yeah, Black History Month, the American descendants of slavery. And I want you to know, Brandon Johnson, I understand what Breakmore's saying about we still on the plantation, but
Hold on, wait a minute, sister. She mentioned Black History Month. I gotta quote Yeezy on this one. He said, state the stats to stunt. What is wait, no, he says state the stats to stunt. What is this? Hold on, y'all. I cannot misquote Wheezy. Excuse me, not Wheezy. Shout out to Lil Wayne's crackhead ass. Oh man, how you start is not how you finish. But Kanye said, he said, state the stats to stunt. Dun, dun, I don't need a month. And this is old school Kanye, y'all. This is old school Kanye. I think I found it. Here we go.
State the stats to stunt. I don't need the front. Make Black History a day. I don't need them.
Hey, that's a bar right there. Hold up. That's a bar. I remember now. I remember. Come on. I'll make Black History every day. I don't need a month.
State the stats to stunt. I don't need the front. Make Black History a day. I don't need a month. State the stats to stunt. I don't need the front. Make Black History a day. I don't need.
Looking at right now, this is what a free Negro look like. And I'm telling you, we're going to get our city back. We're going to stand for our people. We're going to get them out of our communities because they don't deserve to be there. Anytime they can't give us 3 lousy minutes of their attention while we sit here and watch y'all give them all kind of money, you watch us. We black out here.
That's right. They better recognize. You better tell them. They better get with it or get gone. And shout out to Jason. Yep, phase 1. That's right. F Black History.
Fuck Black History. Ain't no Black History. This ain't Black History. This ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me. You don't know about me. They gon' know about me. You gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave. I was born to slide. I am not afraid. Hop about the K. Oh yeah, free to God. They went out of state. I'm a child of God. I do not belong to the United States. Fuck Black History, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Hey, that's a movie, I think that it is.
And wait a minute though. I don't know if y'all felt that like how I felt that the first time I heard that verse. Come on. He said, I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that a movie? I think that it is. Come on, y'all. 12 years a slave, 12 years of indoctrination. What's the difference? Striking similarity, ain't it? Have you ever really thought about it like that, guys? Education is mandatory. It's mandated up to the high school level. It's an option whether or not to go to college and graduate school, right? But at bare minimum, it's mandated for you to go through the Carnegie, Rockefeller, CIA, PSYOPs, miseducation program that we call the public school system. It's mandatory for you to do a 12-year bid in that motherfucker, where you can't wear your natural hair and you got to learn this false history and Christopher Columbus discovered America and our history starts with slavery. Damn, 12 years. Say it ain't so.
Fuck Black History. Ain't no Black History. This ain't Black History. This ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me. You don't know about me. They gon' know about me. You gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave. I was born to slide. I am not afraid. Hop about the K. Oh yeah, free to God. They went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck Black History, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Hey, that's a movie, I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from. When I pull up, they peep how the roof gone. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. Know we all spit on, we supreme. Somewhere I read a nigga had.
I'm sure everybody knows about a movie, Scarface, right? It's a classic, Al Pacino, right? Everybody knows about that movie. And we focus on the famous lines in that movie. The acting and the hello to my little friend and all that. But it's the beginning of that movie that matters.
when those words are coming up on that screen, that's what matters. And those words say, in May 1980, Fidel Castro opened the harbor at Muriel, Cuba, with the apparent intention of letting some of his people join their relatives in the United States. Within 72 hours, 3,000 U.S. boats were headed for Cuba. It soon became evident that Castro was forcing the boat owners to carry back with them not only their relatives, but the dregs of his jails. Of that 125,000 refugees that landed in Florida.
And we got to pause the show to acknowledge Big Hank. Thank you for coming through with a Cash App contribution. I appreciate you sliding something in the brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag. Brown paper bag.
Estimated 25,000 had criminal records.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what has happened in the United States right now. All this asylum-seeking lie, all this about refugees, no. What's happening is they're emptying out the dregs of their jails into the United States, into our communities. They're junking up our country. And yeah, we feel some kind of way about it because it's our country.
That's right.
It's our country. People like Vasquez and them, look how disrespectful they are. Now you just gave that man a resolution for his father's restaurant. And every time we get up and talk, he's working this room. Look at him. Look at him. But he wants his resolution for his father to be respected. Vasquez, Lopez, all them want their people to be respected, but they can't even give us the dignity for what we built for them. Ain't no question about it. Yeah, Black History Month, the American descendants of slavery. And I want you to know, Brandon Johnson, I understand what Breakmore's saying about we still on the plantation, but what you're looking at right now, this is what a free Negro look like. And I'm telling you, we're going to get our city back, we're going to stand for our people, we're going to get them out of our communities, because they don't deserve to be there. Anytime they can't give us 3 lousy minutes of their attention while we sit here and watch y'all give them all kind of money, you watch us. We black out here.
All right.
And we gonna handle our business.
Woman.
You watch that.
Free black
I'm a
lady.
free black woman.
All
This
right.
how we get down.
Huh? On everything, boy. For real. Now we tired of y'all running over us, taking our kindness for weakness, doing us all type of this tatted way, and think that we gonna continue and not say nothing and watch y'all just run over us. Don't pay us nothing. Give everything to everybody else and watch us help build y'all country and build y'all companies and work for y'all like we modern day slaves. That ain't what we gonna do. We're tired. We're tired of all of the games. We're tired of all of the BS. We're tired of y'all not giving us what we actually deserve and fought for. Y'all playing the games with the writing in the Constitution, all that, you know what I'm saying? And you know what, y'all? It's time to be exposed. Y'all, it's time to get y'all exposed and get y'all up out of here. And we don't care if you black, white, yellow, green, whatever. If you against us, you gotta go.
If you's against us, you gotta go. It's as simple as that. We can't state it any plainer. Come on. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. As soon as this broadcast ends, don't go anywhere. There's going to be a countdown, and the next live stream is going to begin automatically.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.